Welcome back to From the Bench, everybody. As always, it's Eric, and today we're going to go over my recent pickups. I got stuff I picked up last weekend at a card show. I have stuff I picked up this week at a local card shop. And I have some sealed wax that I picked up off of Marketplace. So getting different Pokemon stuff, whether it's singles or slabs or boxes, whatever, you can find them all over the place in many different ways. And we're also going to go over some stuff, some conversations I had at my local card show. Just kind of get the vibe of stuff, trying to figure out how people are feeling about the market, what they find is selling, what they find is not selling, where I'm from. So we're going to go through it all. We'll start off with the local card shop pickups. So we got a bunch of different stuff. These prices are Canadian. I paid a little bit under sticker, but some stuff's actually decently clean that I want to potentially grade. So I started off, get the Latios. Hollow. It's actually not in terrible shape. There's a little white up there, but overall for an older card, 2018. I was older than that for some reason. But anyways, picked that up. Grabbed the Dragonite. Just some stuff you don't really see a whole lot of. He must have picked up a collection at some point. Picked up this one, same thing. Decent shape overall. So I picked that up. Reshiram. So there we go. Another one from 2012. We got a Rayquaza. Everyone kind of says it differently. But there we go. Another hollow. Zekrom. He said these are not the prices I paid for them. In total, I paid $110 or $115 Canadian. One of the reasons for that, so I found this card, which sells for quite a bit more than the $12. Somebody had a Rick and Morty sleeve. I didn't even notice that. So decided to pick that up. This one also, they had it as $42. This was in like their value bins. So I was just going through the value bins. There's your typical couple thousand cards that I went through, and these were what I decided I want to take a chance on. So Green's Exploration. I think another Rick and Morty's sleeve. That must have been the same collection. Lucario. Same thing, decent shape overall. That is not in the bend's not on the card. It's on the sleeve. Just so anybody wondering, they thought, hey, that's bent or damaged. I picked up these. These are more like PC things. Might grade one of them. But older Wartortle from 2004. Samurott. This is more just the same thing. Picked it up for PC item. Water starters are kind of the thing. This one wasn't even in a top loader. We got Circuitry, GX. And finishing off with the Banette. This is one of those ones I kind of said in another video. We had a conversation about some of the stuff when we went over some of the art. But I just feel like some of these like Trainer and a lot of these sets coming out, Destined Rivals, Journey Together, all that stuff. It's a Pokemon, they're Trainer. Well, once again, if there's a lot of people getting into this hobby over the last couple months, and some of the new big sets that they're seeing come out, include these two, a Pokemon and their Trainer, could end up being stuff where those become more popular. So you see a premium on those type of cards. So there you go. That's from my local card shop. Next up, stuff I picked up at an actual card show. So starting off, I picked up this card a couple times now. I just think the colors and stuff, I just think it looks really good. So we got the Zeraora. In total, I bought this lot for $180, I think. I think the sticker comes at like $215. All the comps are pretty right on. So Aurora, once again, I think I picked this card up a couple times now. We got a couple of these. Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno GX. So I think I'm going to grade both of these. Take my chance on them. See if I can get any 10s. Anything that says tag team, I just keep on Grabbing anything that says tag team. Seems to work out pretty well for me. We got the Raichu. The biggest card, I think, in this lot that I picked up. So same thing. I think I'm going to send this off. One's got a little tiny thing, but I'm still going to look them over. But I think that was one I was going to send. Same thing. This one, I just think it looks like a cool card. So I think I've picked this up 2 or 3 times now. Frostlass. So it's going to overall decent shape. We got an Eevee. So, can you really go wrong with an Eevee card? I don't think so. We got a Gengar. Once again, same thing. Pokemon, people, combo cards. It's just, once again, I think that they could be a pretty popular, thing that comes up here in the next little bit because of all these new sets that are coming out. And finishing it off with this one, the Solgallo and the Lunala. So, same thing. Trainer, Pokemon. So this one I'm actually not going to grade. There's this bottom corner here. Kind of just like a little whitening. So overall, it's not a bad shaped card, but anyway, so there's some pickups there. And then sealed wax. Kind of what I know some people don't like this. Sorry about it. Not really sorry about it at all, actually. I picked up not 1, not 2, but 3 Paradox Rift booster boxes. So I had to pick up 3 of these that were sealed. A lot of sets getting leaked that they're getting reprinted. This is not one, and neither is the other set. So lots of things, once again, according to the internet and everything else, looks like we're getting reprints of a bunch of other sets. Paldea Evolved, I think, is one. Just a bunch of stuff. Paradox Rift was not on that list. And everything I've always heard for months and months and months is that this was not a set that was printed a whole lot of. A lot of people was like, you just don't see it that often. You don't see, the booster boxes and stuff. They just didn't get a ton of them. So picked up 3 of those. It was all that this person had for Paradox Rift. And if they had a sealed box, a sealed case, I would have bought it. And this one is, can't really show it. Boom. It's cardboard, ladies and gentlemen, with stop tape on it. You see that? Holy. So, I guess we'll switch cameras back over here for a second. So here we go. Stop tape. 6 boxes in this, and it is, it's one of my favorite, Temporal Forces. So, lots of stop tape on it. I did have to, it's sticky right here. They had like the guy's shipping label on it. So I just took it off with a hairdryer. But now it's all sticky. But just tried to get that guy's shipping label off. So just heat it up a little bit with a hairdryer and get that off there. So there you go. My first actual sealed case. I've been picking up, flip back around. Picking up stuff for quite a while when it comes to just boxes. I do have Paldea Evolved. I have Temporal Forces. I have Surging Sparks. I have Twilight Masquerade. Once again, just stuff over the last, since end of last summer. Essentially is when I started picking up a lot of this stuff. And just whenever I find a decent deal, I don't find I have a whole lot of places selling booster boxes around here where I'm from. And by the time you had shipping and trying to get it from other places, and then obviously the boom happened. So if I can find it for the right deal, I will pick it up. I picked up those ETB or the booster boxes, all 9 of them, the sealed case and the regular ones, for $2K. So 2K, it was like what's that make? $2,200, $2,100, or $210 or $212 a piece, something like that. That's what I ended up buying them for. So once again, was one of those things. There's no tax on it. That guy included shipping down from where he's from, which is just 4 or 5 hours away. So hard to beat that in my mind. And like I said, there are two sets that I really have heard from a lot of people that there wasn't, they didn't get a whole lot of allocation when it came to booster boxes. So if they are rare and they're not stuff that gets hit, that everyone has stashed away, maybe once again, play the long game with it. Wait 2 to 5 years, whatever it is. Long game. I know it's not the long game for a lot of people, but at the same time, that's kind of my plan with that stuff. Like I said, if I find any Temporal War Forces, I pick that up pretty regularly. Even packs, I like picking up packs of that to just open up. I think there's a lot of kind of underrated hits in that set. So, but yeah, there we go. That was the pickups. And now the talk real quick about the show. So busy. I'm sure everyone's not surprised about that. This show that I was at is a mostly Pokemon, TCG, Magic show. There is a little bit of sports. They actually have some like toys and stuff. It's actually called the Moncton Toy Show. Shout out Ben that runs that. But with all that, a lot of vendors. And like I said, a lot of these vendors have kind of upped their game over time, whether it's wax, whether it's graded cards. So the guy that I deal with every time, I'm kind of Luke. Is it Luke? I'm blanking on his name. I told him this when I talked to him. I was like, I know where to come every time. I know you're going to give me a good deal. We're going to work this out. Every time I'm like, I forget your name every time. He's like, yeah, I forget yours too. He goes, I just remember the face. That's how I kind of work. But I kind of talked to him, talked to some other people too. And I said, look, what do you find is moving at the show, right? What do you find goes? Because, he's got a, pretty nice display case, lots of graded stuff, thousands and thousands of dollars of graded stuff in that case. And he's like, look, that's all fine and dandy. It's cool to have it there. They're good conversation starters. But he's like, the binders are what sells. So the binders with all this stuff, this is what I got. He's like, because not everyone has, $1,000 for a slab, but they might have some money for, $180 to get a bunch of cards for sets or stuff they want to maybe grade or everything else. So it kind of goes back and forth with all that stuff. But he kind of said it was, busy, but he said for him, that's what he finds is selling mainly. Now, once again, this is not the biggest show in the world. This is probably a 25, 30 vendor show. So once again, not super massive, but I want to hear from you guys what you find at your local shows. If you're going there, whether you're setting up or you're just walking around, do you find you see more people dealing slabs? Do you find more people buying singles? Like, what do you find people are doing at these shows? So I just, like I said, from him, I've talked, he was just like, look, it's singles are what move. He goes, people try to trade into slabs. That works out a little bit, but he's like, you have to take in so much. So you're taking the trade value is just not really there. So he doesn't trade a whole lot for the slabs. But lots of fun stuff either way. Other vendors too, I talked to that were at the show, same thing. They're like, you get a binder there. Once I've said it before, difference between a sports card show and a Pokemon show is binders. Binders are everywhere, top loader binders, and they are packed full of different things to do. I will say, I deal with this guy. Want to know why? Oh, look, price tags on everything. So I know what the price tags are. I can go and instead of asking him for every single one and having him trying to take time from other customers and everything else, I can just look up everything as I'm going through this. Price your stuff, people. I just put it in a $5 bin, put it in this, put it in that, whatever it is, but price your cards. That's the best way I can tell you to do it. It makes so much more sense. So this is $180 Canadian. It's like $130, $130 American right now, give or take. Dollar super great. Same as that. That's like $115. So that's like, I don't know, $70 American. So $75 American, something like that. So just to kind of give you an idea of all that. Same thing as the wax. You're looking at, instead of being $2,000, you're probably like $1,200, $1,250. I said it's just $65 for every $100 essentially is how it works out. So, but anyways, good shows overall. I'm excited to see what happens at my local show, the other local show around me this coming weekend. It's mainly a sports show. Has been. They didn't have a show this last month in February. The one in January, I was actually sick and wasn't able to attend. So I haven't really get to see look at that show to see how much more Pokemon is maybe infiltrating these shows. But I'll have a vlog for all that. It'll probably be on that channel. If I have some Pokemon stuff set up there and I do any Pokemon deals while I'm at the show, I'll include those in there also. So once again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about my pickups. Was I not very intelligent for picking up certain cards? The ones you think I should stay away from, things you think I should be picking up. What are you picking up? Once again, all the stuff, just let's have a conversation in the comments down below. So if you guys enjoy this, and for Eric from the bench, talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.